1. Joe Theismann's leg break, 1985. Starting with the granddaddy of them all, Joe Theismann's career-ending leg injury. On November 18th, 1985, during a Monday Night Football game, the Washington Redskins quarterback was sacked by New York Giants linebacker Lawrence Taylor. Taylor's knee drove into Theismann's lower leg, causing a compound fracture of his tibia and fibula. The bone snapped so badly it broke through the skin, and the broadcast replay left viewers horrified. Theismann never played again, and his leg was permanently shortened. This gruesome injury sparked early talks about player safety, and is still one of the most iconic moments in NFL history. 2. Darryl Stingley's Paralysis, 1978. In a 1978 preseason game, New England Patriots wide receiver Darryl Stingley was hit by Oakland Raiders safety Jack Tatum. The collision compressed Stingley's spinal cord, fracturing his 4th and 5th cervical vertebrae, leaving him paralyzed from the chest down. He regained limited movement in his right arm, but spent the rest of his life as a quadriplegic, passing away in 2007. This tragedy led to rule changes banning dangerous hits on defenseless receivers, highlighting the need for safer play. 3. Napoleon McCallum's knee nightmare, 1994. On Monday Night Football in 1994, Los Angeles Raiders running back Napoleon McCallum suffered a horrific knee injury against the San Francisco 49ers. Tackled by Ken Norton Jr., his leg hyperextended, tearing 3 ligaments, rupturing an artery, and ripping his calf and hamstring muscles from the bone. Emergency surgery saved his leg, but he never played again. The graphic footage shocked viewers and underscored the dangers of routine tackles. 4. Alex Smith's compound fracture, 2018. In 2018, Washington Redskins quarterback Alex Smith suffered a gruesome compound fracture to his tibia and fibula against the Houston Texans, eerily similar to Theismann's injury on the same field 33 years earlier. A flesh-eating bacterial infection nearly cost him his leg, requiring 17 surgeries. Against all odds, Smith returned to play in 2020 before retiring. His recovery, documented in ESPN's Project 11, is one of the most inspiring in NFL history. 5. Johnny Knox's back injury. 2011, Chicago Bears wide receiver Johnny Knox suffered a career-ending injury in 2011 against the Seattle Seahawks. Diving for a fumbled ball, he collided with Anthony Hargrove, bending his back backward unnaturally. The hit caused multiple vertebral fractures, requiring surgery. Knox never returned to the NFL, and the slow-motion replay still makes fans wince. 6. Bo Jackson's hip dislocation, 1991. Dual sport star Bo Jackson's football career ended in a 1991 playoff game when a tackle dislocated his hip, leading to a vascular necrosis, bone tissue death due to lack of blood supply. Despite his baseball career continuing, Jackson never played football again. His injury showed how even freak accidents can derail a superstar's career. 7. Dennis Bird's spinal injury. 1992, New York Jets defensive lineman Dennis Bird collided with a teammate in 1992, fracturing his C5 vertebra and temporarily paralyzing him. Intensive rehab allowed him to walk again, but his career was over. His story pushed the NFL to improve safety protocols for spinal injuries. 8. Tim Crumry's leg break, 1988. In Super Bowl 23, Cincinnati Bengals nose tackle Tim Crumry snapped his tibia and fibula while tackling Roger Craig. The injury required multiple surgeries, yet Crumry remarkably returned the next season, playing 6 more years. His resilience is legendary, but the injury's brutality stunned fans. 9. E.J. Henderson's femur fracture. 2008, Minnesota Vikings linebacker E.J. Henderson broke his femur, the body's strongest bone, tackling Arizona's Tim Hightower in 2008. The force required was immense, and the injury looked horrific on replays. Henderson returned the next season but never regained his full form. 10th, Kevin Everett's spinal injury. 2007, Buffalo Bills tight end Kevin Everett suffered a spinal cord injury tackling a kickoff return in 2007. Initially, doctors doubted he'd walk again, but intensive treatment helped him regain mobility. He never played again, but his recovery was a medical miracle. 12. Mike Utley's paralysis, 1991. Detroit Lions offensive lineman Mike Utley suffered a spinal cord injury in 1991 against the Los Angeles Rams, leaving him paralyzed from the chest down. His iconic thumbs up from the stretcher showed his spirit, but he never walked again, highlighting the sport's risks. 13. Gale Sayers' knee injury, 1968. Chicago Bears legend. Gale Sayers tore his ACL and cartilage in 1968, a devastating injury for one of the NFL's most electrifying running backs. Multiple surgeries couldn't restore his speed, and he retired in 1972. His injury showed how knee damage can end a promising career. 14. Chris Cooper's leg break, 2011. Denver Broncos guard Chris Cooper suffered a gruesome leg break in 2011 against the Kansas City Chiefs. His foot twisted unnaturally, requiring surgery. Cooper returned but retired in 2014, never fully recovering his form. 15. Rashad Johnson's finger amputation, 2013. Arizona Cardinals safety. Rashad Johnson lost the tip of his middle finger covering a punt return in 2013. He didn't notice until removing his glove, revealing a severed fingertip. Surgeons shaved the bone and stitched it, and he returned in 3 weeks, but his finger was permanently altered. 16. Ronnie Lott's crushed finger, 1985. San Francisco 49ers legend Ronnie Lott crushed his pinky finger in a 1985 game against the Dallas Cowboys. To avoid missing time, he opted to amputate the tip rather than undergo lengthy surgery. Lott's toughness became legendary, but the injury was a brutal reminder of football's toll. 17. Dante Culpepper's knee injury, 2005. Miami Dolphins quarterback Dante Culpepper tore multiple knee ligaments, including his ACL, in 2005. The injury required extensive surgery and derailed his once promising career. He played a few more years but never regained his elite form. 18. Willis McGahee's knee injury, 2003. Before his NFL career began, University of Miami running back Willis McGahee suffered a devastating knee injury in the 2003 Fiesta Bowl, tearing multiple ligaments. Despite a miraculous recovery, the injury impacted his draft stock and long-term agility. 19. Eric Wood's leg injury, 2009. Buffalo Bills lineman Eric Wood broke his tibia and fibula in 2009 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The compound fracture required surgery and a long recovery. Wood returned but faced ongoing challenges, retiring in 2017.